Are the Glasgow taps refreshing? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're great. I love Glasgow water. Definitely very drinkable. Right. Did the entire desk predict it right? No, Wavepunk got it wrong. It's fair though to have a vitality advantage here. Definitely fair. After how they demolished Cloud9. Yeah, what a series this was. G2 versus Vitality RLCS Season 7 Grand Final. Rocket League might just be the best esport, what can I say? So, I did have Vitality winning this series after seeing how they did against Cloud9. But right up until then, I thought Vitality were going to lose every series of the day. I expected NRG to beat them. I expected Cloud9 to beat them. And then suddenly they pop off and win against both of them. So seeing that, I thought, okay, it's about time that I stop predicting against Vitality. Maybe I'll be right for a change. G2 had been looking insanely good all tournament with passing plays. JNaps had a ridiculous amount of assists this tournament, but it wasn't just because of their single assist plays that I was impressed. It's the full team plays. They're really, I think, the team in RLCS Season 7 who did the best at involving their entire team in an offensive play. You'd have somebody making a demo play off the ball, then a pass, center, and then a finish. Even here, there's multiple players connecting from G2 and looking dangerous while doing it. Vitality most of the tournament were being really efficient. Their ability to turn 50-50s into a shot on an open net, or just turning like a kickoff into a goal, was miles ahead of the other teams in the tournament. So they didn't need to get as many players involved as G2 did. So a really risky 50-50 by Fairy here. Let's just back this up a second and look at what happened. So here, Rizzo doesn't actually have many options. He doesn't have a real way to center this ball dangerously because he doesn't have much momentum. The ball's pretty stuck to the wall there. If Rizzo does shoot, it's probably just going to get saved.
Love Vitality though.
Yeah, you gotta love Vitality, Fox pal, and I'm sad that Garrett G didn't get further. I love watching NRG do well, but yeah, here this is actually a misplay by Fairy. If you look at what he's trying to do, one, he's trying to chip this past Rizzo, which is really dangerous when Rizzo's probably going to go for a block. Let's just skip forward frame by frame here. So he's trying to chip that past Rizzo, really risky. And secondly, he's given Rizzo a lot of power there. He's just like banged it into Rizzo, who didn't have much power on the ball himself, and look how far off it kicked into the center just because of that for JNaps to pounce on. No chance for Scrubkiller to get close. So a misplay for Fairy early on. Better options there would have been just trying to neutralize the ball in the corner, or even just fake a challenge and then let Rizzo hit it into the goalkeeper that Vitality had in position. So it would probably be quite an easy save. That's often the case in Rocket League. You don't need to dive in and hit the ball. Sometimes by doing so, you're actually giving the other team the momentum and the power on the ball that they didn't have without your help. Yeah, Foxpal, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Johnny182EE, thanks for the 9-month Tier 1. Smuzstick123, thanks for the brand new Prime. Star Mantis23, thanks for the 4-month Prime. I believe that's everybody. Appreciate you guys. Who is my MVP and why? My MVP for the whole tournament was Fairy Peak. I think his goal that you'll see later this game, the goal that he set up on 0 seconds this game, completely swung this one in Vitality's favor. That play was just unbelievable on 0 seconds. But besides that, he was looking monstrous. Absolutely the best I've seen from Fairy in a LAN setting in a long time. Maybe, I think even ever. Because the guy was just beating people in the ball. His shots were so powerful and accurate, and yeah, very difficult player to get past. Usually, very difficult to get the ball past him. Probably that starts to stand out more and more as this series progresses. You start to realize just how difficult it is for teams to get the ball past Vitality when they're playing well. There's almost a bit of a team bump there for Vitality to set up a goal for G2. The G2 are holding on to this 1-0 lead, and Vitality struggling to match the passing ability that G2 have. Not just that, but G2 are shutting down passes from Vitality over and over again. This is one of them. Rizzo gets a huge interception here. Look at that. Getting right out into the middle. And then Chicago with the pass in field. Scrubkill, I thought it was going to be a shot. JNaps, actually the shooter, puts it behind him. Great placement, 2-0. Machiavelli is done. Thanks to the 9-month Prime and Sterling RL90. Thanks to the year of Prime. Really appreciate you guys.
Happy anniversary.
Hey,
Can't believe I missed getting the GC title/badge. Your stream was my last hope to get it. Thanks for nothing. Crying in plat, disappointed face.
I think Platinum looks like a pretty cool logo though, so you've got that going for you. Wonder if this was intentional by Rizzo. Let's see if this could have been intentional. Probably was. It's pretty smart. So you'll see here. Goes for it. JNaps probably says I got it. Rizzo backflips away. JNaps has to hit. Looks like a intentional backflip to me. Mitching next to the 2-month Prime. Welcome back to you. Bit forced on the infield there by Rizzo, and that actually does give G2 a goal. Let's watch this one more time in the full play. See how the full play develops. So that's JNaps out of the game. He's just gone in his second man aggressively on Chicago's pass. Chicago's coming back. But now that since JNaps is still out of the game, if Rizzo decides to infield pass this, it's pretty risky. Like, infield passing to your third man is pretty risky in Rocket League, especially at the highest level, because the other team are probably going to have somebody committing forward to intercept that pass and another player back to defend a potential shot from either you or the player who you're attempting to pass to. So you're just outmanned there. JNaps out the game, not the right time to be looking for an infield pass if that's what Rizzo was doing. Other than that, it just looked like he controlled the ball badly, and Vitality are all over it. Simple counter attack. Take it up the wall or put a high shot on. It doesn't really matter what he does as long as he doesn't give the ball away that easily. It's a good save by JNaps. How was the crowd in the grand final, by the way, in the venue? If any of you were in Twitch chat right now, we're actually there. VOD means video on demand, so it's we're watching the video of the grand final here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to put the text on screen. Give me a second, guys. I want to do this here. Rocket League Esports YouTube channel. I'm gonna just put that here right in the middle of the screen so nobody can miss it. If you want to watch any of the RLCS matches, just go to the Rocket League Esports YouTube channel.
Did you see the chicken man at RLCS?
I did
if
not.
So, that was me.
Wait, really? Oh, I'll have to go back and watch and see if I can find the chicken man. Here, thanks to that alternative goose chicken man for the £3 donation. Spoonbender, thanks to the 5-month Prime. Yeah, what was I going to say? So, yeah, the crowd was loud. Crowd would explode when G2 scores. Yeah, that's not surprising. Good save there by Vitality. Important one as well. What was the crowd like for Vitality though? Because obviously they're gonna like go crazy for G2, but were they actually cheering for the Vitality goals? Because in London, that was my favorite thing about the London crowd, RLCS Season 5, is that they were cheering for both teams. Dignitas score, cheer. NRG score, bigger cheer. Dignitas score again, bigger cheer. Yeah, check this out. This is just insane. And this play by Fairy might have just won them the whole series. Look at that. Mind Games one, gets it over to the top of another, and then the goal's wide open for Scrub, who, by the way, I thought Scrub missed this. So I talked about this in my stream the other day. Chicago there trying to ground it on 0, but it bounces. I think did it bounce on 0 seconds? Let's look at the frame here.
People were cheering for both, but not quite
this
as
goal,
much
the crowd
as
would have gone nuts,
which is
obviously.
understandable.
The crowd would have gone nuts, of course, for this. I'm backing up to see this frame. How close was Chicago to getting this down on 0? I feel like he just missed it. Oh, that's so close. Look at that. So the ball's probably on the ground there. Wait, there. This is the ball on the ground. Probably still on the ground here. Okay, now it's in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames. 8 frames off. Man, if Chicago had hit that slowly and it just fell down, I think that would have been the play right there. He boomed it though, and it popped up. Scrub keeps it up. JNaps goes for the big clear. I think he could have probably won the game here as well, but he was scared to pass it down into Fairy, but it looked like he could maybe have hit it straight down. Fairy Peak fakes JNaps. Then he gets his delayed flick over Rizzo. Chicago comes off the goal line, and Scrubkilla puts it in after K-Dop's pop. It's insane. Look at the K-Dop energy, by the way. I've never seen him like that on Dignitas, ever. But wow. Unbelievable goal. And Fairy Peak being able to take out 2 players there by himself on a 0-second play. Off the wall air dribble. Crazy, crazy play. That's play of the LAN for me. Outrageous in the grand final. Twan the Swan, thanks to the 3-month prime. Welcome back. Appreciate that. K-Dop excited for Fairy Peak. Yeah, the K-Dop and Fairy Peak bromance is real. There's so much more emotion from K-Dop on this team than there used to be on the old Dignitas lineup with K-Dop, Turbo, and Panda. Which is great for K-Dop because his stream's already popping off recently. He's getting, you know, pretty big on Twitch. So now that he's got another RLCS under his belt, a 3rd one, and with a different team, and also in circumstances where he's looking a lot more engaging and relatable. Less of just a robotic, like, yes, we beat you, unlucky. Oh. Man alive, we have to look at this again. Chicago does such a good job here. Great flick into the wall, great pass in field. Rizzo has to hit the target. He has to hit the target there. Rizzo needs to at least test the goalie. He needs to put that under the bar. It just has to go in. G2 should have taken this game 1, obviously. I don't know how they didn't win this one. This was absolutely their game. They lost the grand finals right here. Like, when you lose a game that you're supposed to win in this context, that's such a huge hit mentally. Was there space above Fairy on that shot? Yeah. Well, you mean, could Rizzo have hit the target there? I believe so, yeah. I believe so. I mean, he's got to hit the target anyway. You can't be hitting the bar from that range. You just have to go. It's such a hard shot for the defense to react to.
Can you move the on-screen chat? I want to see K-Dop's reactions once more.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, you guys can't see the K-Dop reactions. Well, there's plenty more where those came from, so don't worry. Gannon, cheers for reminding me about that. And thanks to the 4-month prime as well. It's a great setup by Scrub. A little bit of a closer shot, and he would have had the rebound, I'm sure. Don't know about you guys, but I was pretty glad to see Fairy Peak in the Batmobile, or in the Octane for this. What is this pre-jump save? Let's back this up again. Look at this by JNaps. Oh my days. What? What a read. That's insane. Absolutely ridiculous. JNaps looked back at his best at this LAN for the most part. If someone from Vitality wasn't Tournament MVP, I would probably say JNaps was Tournament MVP. If you had to pick someone. Or Card from Loki Esports for just being a beast despite losing. Who else could maybe get in the MVP discussion? Squishy's Day 3 performance was ridiculous. Next on, they're going to need to bring his antibiotics that he had for this one. See if it has the same effect. Who else was insane? AJ was pretty insane at times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Card. Hopefully we see him at another LAN. Man, I forgot how long this overtime was. It's so cool when you see long overtimes in a grand final when there's so much on the line. It suddenly becomes insanely exciting. Cronovio's good in day 2. Yeah, Cronovio's decent. He's definitely not tournament MVP this time. He was for season 1, I believe. See, the MVP award for RLCS, I don't know who decides it, but I usually have a different opinion, which, you know, it is just an opinion. It's very subjective, MVP things, unless you're going to do it statistically. It's pretty realistic. I mean, it's not how bad. Do you guys hear the Jorby casting here? Jorby, how bad do you think Chicago's defending is? Come on, man. He's not free real estate. He's a little bit better than that. He's not that free. Free too, by the way. Just kidding. Oh no, it's free real estate for Chicago, man. You probably thought Scrum at the bump. You might have just not seen Chicago. You maybe thought it was wide open. Just completely disrespecting Chicago's defense. Man, the peppering of shots is unreal here. Look at Fairy Peak. It's so cool to see Fairy Peak this emotional. Like, I'm gonna back this up again just so you can see the reactions. Scrub looks like he's crying. Man alive, these guys have been through a battle here in game 1. Emotional roller coaster. Unbelievable. And the crowd are disappointed. Oh man. Oh man. It's such a shame. They cut to the crowd and everybody's just like, I wanted G2 to win. Oh, come on, NA. Just get on your feet. You're there to make Rocket League look good, not to cheer for teams that you like. Did somebody actually bean it here? Hold on, let's back up. Did anybody bean this on G2? Let's see. I'll need to watch this again. Right. Nah, it's just like boost steals, man. Just boost steals. JNAPS is completely out. It looks like Rizzo's completely out. Yeah, they're just completely boost starved. Absolute boost starving from Vitality. But we'll look for game 2 here. Let's get into it. Do you think Rizzo threw? No, not at all. If G2 won this game, do you think they could have won? Oh yeah, they would have had a much better chance. I think if G2 won this game, Vitality would have won in 6 or 7 games. I think. Maybe 7, actually. Maybe 7. Because Vitality definitely looked like the better team in this matchup. Yeah, they dropped all of the NA Big 3 on day 3. They just smashed NRG, Cloud9, and then G2. And all 3 of those series looked pretty convincing for Vitality. Very impressive stuff. After the rest of EU kind of looked pretty bad. See, the weird thing this season is that EU league play, I just don't know how the teams that finished at the top actually finished at the top. I don't know how this happened. Like, what happened with the TSM looking so bad for much of league play? The Bricks were just all over the place at times. And these are 2 teams that won LANs in the off-season. And not just that, but the Bricks actually looked pretty good at Leipzig as well as the LAN that they won in WSOE. They looked pretty good at Leipzig. They lost to Vitality, who made the final. And it was a really close series. So I don't know how the EU league play ended up the way it did, with the Bricks in relegation, Dignitas capitulating, TSM where TSM and Dignitas were fighting for a chance to get to LAN. Only one of them could make it, and neither of them ended up doing it because PSG won. Really, really weird league play. So going into this LAN, I expected NA to have a higher overall placement. If you don't believe me, you can look at my predictions video. I predicted a G2 Cloud9 NRG in the top 4. I didn't get the exact teams right, but I did predict 3 NA teams in the top 4. It turned out being Rogue instead of NRG. And I predicted Barcelona being the only EU team in the top 4 and them winning. So I got that wrong as well, but I did predict an EU team making top 4 by themselves and then winning. So I got some of it right, some of it wrong. But what we could definitely agree on is that this season at LAN, NA had a better average performance than EU. Definitely. Vitality were the only EU team. Day 3 Vitality were the only EU team who looked like they were going to take a series from any of the NA teams. Maybe PSG versus G2, but even that, I didn't think that PSG could really do it.
After day 1
That's
now was like,
so let me just back this up a second.
Nah, after day 2, is this it? Nah, before
they
the grand final,
that
this still might be
This might be the weakness for
after
K-Dot.
the grand final,
Might be a weakness for him. Because that's a tough read, but if you're at world-class level, you should be reading that. This might be something that Kickoff could improve on. Get stuck in training packs and practice those reads over his own back or over his own head on the back wall. You don't think NA crowds were that bad? There is just a lot of NA fans who would come to an RLCS.
I was
NA.
so thrilled to see these two in the grand finals, but I got to be honest, I was kinda hoping G2 would take this because I have much more faith in Vitality. Joyful it another time.
I thought I saw that right. Watch this again. Hold on, I'll talk to Brian in a second. So we've got the Kickoff that I don't like. Both teams cheating down the middle, getting boost on the weak side. So this is extremely volatile Kickoff by both teams, because we have no way for both Scrub and JNaps to get their hands on boost. Fairy Peak runs ahead of the ball and pops Chicago, and then we've got no ball pressure at all. Fade up, fakes Rizzo a bit, and then Scrub just passes it to Kade up, who's still upfield, and that's a goal. Where did Chicago go in all this? Something definitely went wrong. Oh yeah, he got popped. Did he just never get back? I guess Chicago's just still Chicago's just still gone. Oh no. Where is he? There he is. Chicago only just now got back. He got yeeted to oblivion. Yeah, that's crazy. So for this entire section of play, JNaps and Rizzo were 2v3. And they didn't play they just didn't play it out correctly. Chicago gets slaughtered into the ceiling. And then Rizzo by himself. He kind of has to go here. This is fine, because he can't let Kade up take a shot for uncontested from here. That's just silly. Can't do that. So Rizzo's done fine here. Then JNaps and Rizzo, right now, they need to get on the same page, and one of them needs to challenge or pressure the ball, and the other one needs to go to the goal. They both come in towards the ball, and they just concede. So not the right way to play out that position at all. It looks to me like JNaps should have stayed back, because Rizzo's got ball pressure here. You see there, Rizzo's running in towards Scrubkilla. Scrubkilla can't just sit behind this ball and do whatever he wants, because Rizzo's got ball pressure on him. JNaps just shouldn't dive in.
Great play from both teams, but I think G2 had an amazing defense in the final and slipped very few times, but Vitality took most every chance that was given to them.
Yeah, G2, they had some insane shot stopping, but yeah, the defense right there was pretty weak, actually. Just scrolling down, apparently. The defense right there was definitely lacking from JNaps. He just drove in. He just dove in as third man, which is really poor. Snows thanks to the 27-month tier 2, rather. Really appreciate that, man. That's insane. Luke Angel's 250 bits. You're hoping G2 would take it. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded either way. I was kind of hoping that Vitality would take it, just because I wanted Scrubkilla to win a LAN. He's a real old friend of mine, of course, so I was rooting for him. But I would have been really happy to see G2 win a LAN as well. That would be cool. It'd be really cool for Rocket League if G2 won a LAN. Cheers, Rocket League Chris for 420. He says, after day 1, NA was like, is this it? NA day after D2, D2, is this it? NA before grand final, this might be it. NA at the grand final, yikes. Yeah. Bricksack, thanks to the Prime sub. Fozzer, thanks to the Prime sub. JGrim74, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Appreciate all you guys. Now, on the topic of, you know, supporting a team, I think it's perfectly fine to want a team to win and to be cheering for them mainly. Fairy Peak just rinses JNaps here, casually. Nothing wrong with that. But I think any crowd could definitely do a lot better cheering for, or not just cheering, but, you know, just making some noise when the EU team in a grand final scores. That's what you need to do. You don't need to cheer for them and be like, come on, I want you to win. Please, EU, beat my favorite team. No, you don't have to, you know, be going crazy like this. But you do want to make some noise. Just like show some appreciation for the show that you're watching. Like game 1 of this series is a really good example. It was a crazy game. Both teams had really clutch moments, pushed each other to the very limit. Absolutely insane stuff in a grand final. And then it cuts to the crowd at the end, and they're all just like, I don't know, they could just like get on their feet and make some noise, because it just makes the whole experience a lot better for everybody there, for the players, for the esport, everything. I think Rocket League crowds are really good at like acknowledging, or at least realizing, that they are there to help the esport grow. If they want to help the esport grow, they need to make noise. Great little cut in there by K-Dop. I'm going to watch this one more time. I'm trying to find Chicago on the play. Where is he? Did he just get yeeted again? And then Vitality score? So this is... Oh, Chicago kind of yeeted himself here. Is he going for a shot? Is this Chicago going for a shot here? I guess he is going for a shot. I don't know. A little bit of a bad landing there for Chicago. Looks a bit risky, to be honest. I don't know if that shot's ever working here.
Guys, I'm pretty sure this is pre-recorded
yeah,
content
Chicago's
again.
There in the middle. He can't do anything. Rizzo gets taken out of the play by K-Dop. And then JNAPS isn't ready to follow up on him. He's third man. Doesn't have the same 1v1 experience as Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak just making it look so easy here. It's just all too easy. I mean, JNAPS might have even been low on boost there as well. I think, yeah, Chicago doesn't need to go that all in for a shot. His recovery was very, very bad. He bounced his car off the wall and then he was like just floating there for a little bit. Really, really bad recovery. Maybe he could have landed on his wheels if he still wants to go for the shot. He could go in and try and land on his wheels so that then he can pressure the ball on the way back. And that could stop K-Dop and Fairy Peak from counter-attacking uncontested. That recovery's just got to be better there. Either way. Correct, thanks for 250 bits. You're pretty sure this is pre-recorded content. Well, it could be. Craigster91, how you doing, buddy? Cheers for 8-month Prime. What do you guys think about the discussion of 1v1 players, which I think was mentioned quite a few times? Rizzo hitting the bar again. That's just a little bit too high every time here for Rizzo. Yeah, the RLCS casters were talking about this, like having the 1v1 players and 3v3. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know my stance on the matter. You know, the fact that K-Dop, Fairy Peak and Scrubkilla are probably all better 1v1 and better 2v2 players than the entire G2 roster, and their 3v3 skill is, I mean, based on this series, probably higher as well. It sets you up to be in advantageous positions more if you know what to do in these positions. Like that solo play for Fairy, it's something that we, you know, expect to happen. You see Fairy Peak in a dribble, one-on-one with the goalie, and you see it's JNAPS on the other side. You're like, yeah, Fairy's probably scoring here, isn't he? Just because he's Fairy Peak and he's got all the 1v1 experience in the world. It's huge in those kind of positions, because 3v3, yeah, there's 6 people in the field, but it's not always 3v3 situations.
The bunnies is here. Long live the rainbows.
The king is here. Long live the king, Brian was to say. How you doing, Card? Are you back in Brazil now? Good infield there by Chicago. Really good infield. Pretty bad clear though by K-Dop.
But they'll never
Doesn't
take
give
off
themselves enough time to reposition. He needs to either, you know, pop that ball into the corner or get it to bounce in a way that won't kick off the wall. It's a pretty bad hit there by K-Dop. Glotsaurus, thanks for the 10 quids. We may take our lives, but we'll never take our freedom. Yeah. Love me some Braveheart. They're not really ones players anymore. They are players who know exactly what to do in one situation, so they're not ones players. Of course, this is the reason that some people get salty or get annoyed or don't think that ones is useful, is because they say, well, if I go and play, you know, 40 hours of 1v1 a week, how am I going to have the time for 3v3? Which is true. You're not going to get much better at threes if you play 40 hours of 1v1 a week and that's all you play. The 3v3 game might get marginally better, but everybody else who's practicing more threes are going to get better more quickly. But what the advantage that Vitality players have is that they've got the experience. It's like riding a bike, you know, like all these 1v1 situations, dribbles, air dribbles, challenges, you know, shadowing, making these just solo plays, 50-50s even, you can see Vitality starting to dominate in. Having the experience in those positions in the past is really, really useful in my opinion. There's 2-0 Vitality.
How do you think a South American super team with Math, Card, and Matix would fare at a LAN?
Math, Card, and Matix. Is that your super team? Is it? Yeah, it's hard to choose. If you're only allowed to pick one player from every team, it's difficult to choose between Math and Kaio on the stats, isn't it? Really difficult to choose. Yeah, I think Card, Matix would be a crazy, scary duo. Be really cool to see. But I really enjoyed watching Card with Renan and Tander as well. So that's just that's a good team I want to see again in the future as well. Here's the 250 bits fatherboard. Wait. What was Rizzo trying to do here? If he could have got in front of this, I think it was scoreable. Looks like Rizzo flipped the wrong way. He backflipped here. I think he meant to front flip and stop his car dead, let the ball bounce off him. Big passing play opening up here for Vitality. That's weird to see Kickoff going high there. I would expect him to just drill that straight at Fairy Peak as fast as he can. Nice and, you know, low. I feel like them being 1v1 players makes the games easier for them. Let's not call them 1v1 players because they're not 1v1 players. You know, they're Rocket League players, but they're players who are good at 1v1.
With the next LAN location hopefully being in EU, what city do you think could be chosen?
Oh, good
I'm
question.
all for a Dublin.
A Dublin. That'd be exciting. Never been to Dublin except to go to the airport. But yeah, they won a lot of kickoff goals. Made the run of the tournament easier. Something new what to do in 50-50s and safe ways. Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah, goalkeeping as well. I mean, some of the saves for Vitality are pretty ridiculous. They're just a difficult team to get by. Oh, that's well done. Really well done by G2. The passing for G2, I think, still on another level. Beautiful from Chicago to JNaps. It's a bit unlucky for Fairy Peak that he just landed on this and perfectly centered it for Rizzo. And Rizzo doesn't hit the bar this time. Beautiful. With this Ryuga on YouTube or not, I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, this week on YouTube is going to be all the 4 on until Sunday. Any training packs I'd recommend after a year break from Rocket League? Open net training packs. Forget your aerials. Forget your double touches, stealing shots, air dribbles, rebounds, redirects. Forget all of that and learn how to score open nets. That's the most use you're going to get from training packs, in my opinion. But yeah, back to that question. Nice little ball chase here by Kickoff. That's beautiful. You'd love to see it. Where would I like the EU LAN to be if it is an EU LAN? Again? What? Alright, hold on a second. So JNaps, I think he's trying to be cheeky here and bring the ball down. He was jumping up just in case somebody from Vitality was challenging him early, and then he's thinking, that's probably going to be a weak hit. I'm just going to try and bring it down and then control the ball. But he totally beans it. Look at JNaps' car. He's just landed backwards and Kickoff. Always ball cam on. Doesn't miss a thing. Yeah, Glasgow would be great. Glasgow. I would love that. As a Glaswegian, I think that would be pretty fun. I would love London again. London is just a great location to do a LAN in. Paris as well would be pretty fun. Although, yeah, Paris can be difficult with the language sometimes. Let me think. Where else would I like to be? Berlin. Yeah, Germany's okay. I mean, the next LAN would be in... I'm guessing the next LAN will be at the end of the year if they're keeping to the same format. So if you want to do a European LAN in November or something, you want to go somewhere like... has to be somewhere in the middle of the country. I think Paris might be good, so it won't be absolutely freezing around that time of the year. Yeah, for me, selfishly, I just want another UK LAN, of course. Another UK LAN would be great. I'm surprised not to see flip reset there from JNaps. There were so many flip resets this LAN. JC Stuck, thanks for the, or JCS Chuck rather, thanks for the tier 1, I almost misread that. Irish Goo, thanks for the 4 quids. Yeah, Dublin would be great. Amsterdam was fun. I would love to go back to Amsterdam for another LAN. So yeah, Scotland. Scotland. Glasgow. Why not Scotland? We never get any big esports events in Scotland. It would be huge. Vitality just don't look that in trouble, even when they're under pressure this game. They look very, very composed, which is something that's not been the case recently. Excuse me. They've definitely struggled with their composure. Lots of double commits in defense. I don't know what they think the reason is for them playing so much better. But I would put it mostly down to confidence and communication. Surely. Darth Meeple, thanks for 5-month Prime. Appreciate that. Kickoff misses double.
You are the rock that rocks the most.
I appreciate that, thank you. When are you going to upload the 4? The 4 goes up on YouTube at 8 PM UK time every day between today and Sunday. And just like that, Kickoff bangs in another one. Great pass by Fairy Peak. Down the line. No spread for... Let's back it up again and see what's going on here.
Loving the content like always. La bees.
Look at up, like lurking here, waiting for a good shot opportunity. And it looks like Chicago and Rizzo just get too close. Just careless. So, a lot of goals actually have gone in for Vitality because... Oh, it's JNaps actually. JNaps and Chicago too close together. One of them needs to pressure that ball, the other needs to defend the goal, and Chicago has not adequately defended the goal here. Just like in Game 2 on Neo Tokyo, where JNaps didn't adequately cover the goal while Rizzo was pressuring the ball for... it was another K-Dot goal actually. This time, oh, I know. Wait, I thought this was the fake kickoff. That's a different one. Yeah, they're just not spreading out their defenders enough. Not identifying their roles. Chicago didn't identify there that his role to play in that spot was defend the goal. That's his only job. Defend the goal from K-Dop's long shots. He didn't identify that in time. Not the correct spacing. By the way, that might be, we're talking about 1v1. We're talking about 1v1 and how 1v1 is useful. Or 1v1 skills are useful in 3v3. One of the most useful skills that 1v1 players, or players who are good at 1v1 have, is knowing how much power somebody can hit the ball with when you're, you know, in a standoff with them. Just knowing how fast they can flick it, knowing how far back you should be. You don't really get exposed to those those weaknesses don't really get exposed until you play once, then you realize, wow, I am conceding so many long shots because I'm just not respecting people's shots as much as I should. Do I like the new format? For RLCS Day 3 for Day 3 it was phenomenal. Day 2, of course, it was disappointing for Renegades that they were already out after or before a series was even over. That was a shame to see, but you know, overall I think that the groups into single elimination is better than double elimination, so I prefer that. The difficulty that RLCS are going to have is that if they either change the format, even if they change the format like to something I tweeted the other day, which was 3 groups of 4 instead of 4 groups of 3, you're going to have more games overall. This is the most difficult thing to deal with. Is that pre-jump? Hold up. I'm talking about something else completely, but... Hold up a second. Oh, it's not a pre-jump. Not quite. From the other angle, it looked like a pre-jump. Or maybe I'm just blind. Yeah, it should give first seeds more of an advantage. Good speed by Chicago. Great pass, though. VOD stands for video on demand. Do you think the camera work for viewers can be better? Sometimes it's hard to follow what is happening when you have not seen many games. I can't really say much about that because obviously my audience is a bit more experienced at watching Rocket League than some of the newer viewers to RLCS, so I don't know. I've not come into contact with anybody ever complaining about faster camera movements, but maybe RLCS do have that to consider, so I can't really comment. But yeah. If you want to know an alternative format that I would like to see for a future 12-team RLCS, if there is another future, or another 12-team RLCS in the future, I tweeted one out just yesterday, so go give it a look if you want to see. The other one would be you know, 2 groups of 6. That could maybe work. That's got a lot of games, so that's 20 group games. The one I suggested was a 15 group games format. So yeah, you could probably come up with alternatives. What? But yeah, the one thing I don't like personally, and I can see why it exists, is director camera being forced ball cam. So right now, this is director camera, I believe. Well, this isn't because we're okay. We're on Fairy Peak for ages. But sometimes they go into director camera and it's just the ball is above the player's head who's dribbling. Then, if they want to do it again in the future with director camera, I would love to see a feature where implemented where, like, if the ball is directly above the player's head, ball cam is turned off. Or assuming that the player's not actually using ball cam. They would just have to check, you know, if the ball is close enough to the player. But yeah, when the ball's further away from the player, like, it's fine. Force ball cam is okay. But yeah, sometimes it's bad because if a player's going for demos, you can't see them going for a demo. The camera's just looking back at the ball. Yeah. Chicago tweeted that he played the worst series of his life. But this one. Oof. Rizzo's been struggling with accuracy from what I've seen here. This is just a bad read. I mean, regardless of the fact that it might be defended by Fairy Peak, Rizzo's just misread this, so he needs to step up with that in the future. Certainly a miss there. Yeah, Jory's like going crazy for G2 not being able to score here. They don't need to score, but they would like to. Bang! There we go. Absolutely nailed it. So I don't know what 87 is in kilometers per hour, but I want to find out. 87 miles per hour in K. I can't type kph. I've written kpm. 140 kilometers an hour. What? That's got to be one of the fastest goals in RLCS history. Absolute banger for Rizzo. But funnily enough, scoring it might have been a misplay, because now you've got to go against Vitality in kickoffs to keep on rinsing G2 in kickoffs. Let's back it up here and see what on earth happened. This shouldn't be happening. So double cheat, double boost grab probably. We can't see where Rizzo is, but we assume he's grabbing boost. At least they did grab boost behind where the kickoff men spawn, so this is quite a natural rotation. See, JNaps gets beat to the boost in the top of the screen there. So JNaps is now out of the game. Rizzo, the only defender back for Vitality. I think Chicago also. Let's see where Chicago goes. So Chicago takes a 50-50. Turns upfield for the boost. JNaps is not getting back quick enough. Want to watch where JNaps decides to go one more time. Yeah, here if JNaps went straight back to goal. If he realized that he's getting beaten to this boost, he could have maybe done that and gone straight back to the goal. But the overall thing is, yeah, Rizzo can't afford to miss that. That's just criminal. You can't afford to miss this. He's just completely misread a bounce. Second bounce that he's misread this game. Clean open net for Vitality. Well, as clean as a double commit could get for Vitality there. Will Tibbs, 600 bits. What boost do all the pros use? Yellow Standard. It's Alpha Boost. It looks similar to Yellow Standard. Schwartzington, thanks for the brand new Prime. Appreciate you. Scrub Killer, double touch, off target. Little Big Spy, thanks for the 3-month Prime, 11-month total. Welcome back to you. Thanks for the straight ignore. I literally just answered your question right now. Thanks for this straight patience. You know, the boost run is such an automatic thing in kickoffs situations in Rocket League. Such an automatic thing. Like, players, even at the highest level, won't even check to see if it's safe to go for a boost. They'll just go for it because they're like, screw it, I'm just going to go for this boost. Hopefully my team have got this in defense. But in ranked, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be wanting some ranked tips. You always are. In ranked, if I generally think, you know, in 2v2 especially, if you do the kickoff, if you're the kickoff man, and the ball ends up in your half and your teammate doesn't have control, if you're not going straight back to your net or straight towards the ball to pressure it, you're probably making a mistake. Going for boost in either of those situations is usually a misplay. Unless you have lots of momentum and you can just get it super fast. But you know, when you land in the middle of the field after doing the kickoff and you're just stopped dead, because this is usually what happens to people in kickoffs, their car is not moving, dead stop. And then your first instinct is to go build up speed again just to get to the side of the field, then turn and go back to the goal, or hope that your teammate has stayed alive till then. Solo defending, you're probably making a misplay. It's good by JNaps not to go straight down the middle and give this one straight away to Vitality. Just imagine if Vitality kept this up and made another 0-second goal. The scenes. Who did I cheer for? I wanted Vitality to win this because, yeah, I've known Scrub since the very beginning of his Rocket League career. And it's awesome to see him finally get into an RLCS championship. And not just that, but getting the W. Yeah, I wanted it to be close, so I was kind of hoping we would get at least a 4-2 out of this. 4-2 or 4-3 are the dream scores for me, because I'm mostly a neutral spectator in Rocket League. Mostly. Sometimes I've got a slight preference. But certainly, you know, if I was casting this game, it would not be hard to remain impartial and to be really excited for G2 winning, because it is exciting if G2 win this. It's very exciting if G2 get the W. So it's not hard to act excited. Right, let's get into the last game here. Oh, gone too far. Overall, so far, the takeaways that we've got are the Vitality are just winning kickoffs. The ball is ending up in G2's half more on kickoffs, and since G2 cheat, that's bad news. What could G2 do to stop suffering so much at the hands of Vitality's kickoff and any other team? If you want to stop, you know, getting screwed by this, stop killing the ball is one thing in the middle. Number two, stop cheating. If you're against players who are good at 1v1, you're probably going to lose the kickoff most of the time. Fairy Peak, Scrub, and Kickoff are all very good at kickoffs. Not saying every time they're going to win it, but a lot of the time they're going to win it. They're going to get the ball into your half off the sidewall, and then your goalie's under pressure immediately. Yeah, you don't need to walk into this. You don't have to cheat and kill the ball every time yourself. They could just try and do a back left corner kickoff, back right corner kickoff, depending which side is preferable. That's good speed by Fairy, isn't it? Great speed by Fairy. So somebody should be challenging this for G2. He was really quick here, though. There's no denying it. He was very quick up in the air for this one. Somebody should be able to challenge that. What do you think about having a group stage, then put first seeds into upper bracket and second seeds into lower bracket? Well, if you have like, you know, 3 groups of 4 and you're only qualifying 6 teams to the second day, that can work. You know, you just have the 2 teams that finish first already in the semi-finals, and the 4 teams that even that would be like a bit awkward. I don't know. It's hard to make a format that like works. I like the format that I tweeted. That's my format that I'll go to for the time being. Oh, I love the air roll here from Rizzo, but he's having crossbar woes today, isn't he? Just crossbar after crossbar. If AJ replaced Fireburner, NRG would win LAN easy. I don't know if they would win LAN easily, to be honest. There's so many good teams in Rocket League. You're never going to have an easy LAN win anymore. But I mean, if you want to replace Fireburner and NRG, I don't think AJ would be your first pick. Who would you guys pick for that if you want to replace Fireburner and NRG? Who do you choose? It's a good shot by K-Dub. I don't think Rizzo had that. Torment, Kronovi, Turbo, Flakes, Ronicky, JNaps, K-Dop, Torment, Drippe, Chrome, Turbo, Crow, Squishy, Torment. Okay, well, I don't think anybody on Cloud9 is going to leave Cloud9. I don't think anybody on Rogue is going to leave Rogue. Drippe is a free agent, so that would be an interesting one. Turbo is technically a free agent right now, so that would be an interesting one. Flakes, I don't think Flakes is leaving Complexity. Like out of all of the free agents, all the teams, all the players that are LFT, I think Turbo is the #1 choice for sure. Good save by Rizzo. But yeah, Drippe probably #2. That'd be fun. I'd love to see Drippe play with Justin and Garrett. Dapper. I've not seen Dapper in threes for ages. It's a good block by Kate up here. This camera is weird. I don't know what I think about it. It makes the game look so slow when we're watching it from here, and this is what this is my pet peeve about autocam, right? So autocam, we're in the middle of the field, and now the play is like going around us, and we can only see 2 players in the ball. And there's 4 players off the screen. Like, this is just limited information. I don't like that. Immediately switch off to this camera. Much, much better. And there we go. Goal. Looks like, yeah, JNAPS just overran. Too many crossbars for G2. Too many missed sidewall reads. Too many aggressive plays with their 3rd man. Too many cheats and kill ball kickoffs against a Vitality who are just better at kickoffs. But the positives for G2 is that their passing plays are really scary, and they definitely have the goal scoring potential, and the shot stopping ability, and the mechanical ability. They've got the mechanics. They just need to play to their strengths a bit more. The major weaknesses for Vitality, funnily enough, I mean, the backboard looks like a weakness sometimes to me. Even K-Dop, like I was impressed with K-Dop's backwall defense in DreamHack Dallas, but since then, or DreamHack Leipzig, but since then he's had some beanie backwall defense experiences. And the good thing about getting the ball near Vitality's backwall is it increases the chance that they're going to double commit. Sathu for Fire. That would be a questionable one after Sathu's just been benched after a disappointing finish to a season. Like, they had a really disappointing finish to a season, so it wouldn't make sense to bench like a Fireburner for Sathu here, you know, because Fireburner and NRD did a great end of season. They just keep on failing at LAN. How long are they going to keep trying? Card for sure, yeah, that would be a fun one. Card on NRG. Oh, FairJame's so close to getting another goal here. That would have been the series, and indeed the tournament winner for sure. Getting a bit desperate at the end of this one, G2. Less passes being directed and more just like boom and hope going on. Yeah, I thought they were trying to line up a pass there. Yeah, it looks like there might have been boost problems there for Vitality, because an uncontested ball in the box does give G2 one goal. Bad hit by FairJame. Scrub killer, either slow to start or low on boost or both. Allows G2 back into this one. It looked like Scrub killer was trying to hide from a demo, so he might have been a bit slow to get started there because he was worried he's going to get bumped. Do you think Reno Vitality can win it 2 times in a row? I think they can, yeah. They are definitely good enough. They've got the work ethic. Vitality could do that, even though there's stiffer competition than ever. I remember watching this, I was like, oh, it's so scripted. I love it. Because just when you think Vitality are going to close it out easily, Fairy Peak flips the wrong way, and it's an open net for Rizzo. 2-2, scripted. Look at Fairy's cam. Wait. Oh, head and hands. I didn't notice that. I wonder what the audio is at that point. I wonder what the audio is. If G2 won this, oh baby, that is interesting, especially in this manner. I mean, if Fairy Peak has a huge misplay like that leads to a G2 win in Game 5, suddenly they start to question themselves. They start to wonder if it's actually their day. So this was, yeah, another one that G2 just, I mean, obviously they have to win it. They don't have any more lives, but what an interesting ending we would have. Another back wall miss. Reed. The good thing about going up early for Reeds on LAN is that the defense panics so much if you go up early. Oh, Kickoff, what are you doing? Oh, that is not a good clear. Kickoff trying to catch it with the nose of his car so it would go out, but it's just gone straight down off the roof. And JNaps has hit the world's worst shot. I don't think this is a pass. I think he's just completely beamed it. What is this? JNaps is already up. Bang! What a hit. Oh no. The pass Jarvie calls. I don't think it was, man. I think it was just a missed shot. I think he totally beamed it. I think he just totally beamed it. It certainly would have. It was swinging in their favor, but it would have been like really strongly in their favor had they won this one. You don't want to talk Scrub down, but the Vitality boys think he was the third for MVP. What are your thoughts? Yes, I'm the same exactly. I don't want to. You know, I think they all played really well, and I think it's amazing to see Scrub winning his first RLCS LAN at his debut RLCS LAN. Couldn't be happier for him. But yeah, I think for me the MVP was probably FairJame. Day 3, FairJame was absolutely extraordinary. And then Kickoff, I think, was, yes, probably second most impactful. But Scrub had his moments. I think they were definitely the top 3 players of the day. You don't beat NRG, Cloud9, and G2 in a row, all in a row without having the best 3 players. FairJame gets the winning goal. That's got to feel pretty good after failing so much earlier. Yeah, you won it because of his story rather than the gameplay. I think it was pretty obvious that this was this was the reason Scrub got MVP. But yeah, let's see now. Let's see what happens next. I don't actually remember much of the end of this one. I'll remember to go and congratulate, or go and commiserate G2 first. Did we have anyone bean the handshakes today? I don't know if we did. Oh, Scrub's gone the wrong way. Oh no, rookie mistake. Scrub Killer, where are you going, mate? He's so excited. He's even taking 2 steps at a time, but he's gone the wrong way. And FairJame follows him. Oh no, kid up. Just look at his teammates like, what are these guys doing? This must be their first victory or something. Strong start there from Fairy and JNaps. Very strong opening handshake. Not bad, yeah, kid up. They're respectful. You know, hug as well. Sorry, I missed the FairJame Chicago as well, because there's 2 things happening at once here. We've got oh, solid. Just another very, very solid handshake there by Fairy. And yep, very respectful of Kickoff and JNaps as well. JNaps maybe a little bit too interested in Scrub already before Kickoff has completely left him. I tell you what, this is like the least awkward gamer interactions that we've ever seen in Rocket League Grand Finals. Solid stuff. Solid stuff. Scrub can't contain himself. He just can't keep it in. Did FairJame try and push Scrub down the stairs here? Hold on a second. Oh! Scrub's like, no! I don't want to go down the stairs. Pretty sure he did. Watch this. What is going on here? It's FairJame trying to throw Scrub down the stairs. I think I've spotted something here. Scrub's like, no. He actually looks pretty excited about the prospect of going down the stairs. Not gonna lie, Scrub looks very excited about this. He's looking forward to it, even. And FairJame's like, can't get down the stairs. They can't give you MVP if you can't stand up. You can't give you MVP if you're in the hospital. He wants that 10k. You do get do you still get $10,000 for being the MVP, for having the best story award? Do you actually? Scrub, what you did, just pick it up, mate. And the confetti actually came down at the right time. It's in the wrong place though, is it not in the middle? They missed. They missed with the confetti. 5k, okay. Well, I think it was 10k last time, wasn't it? So you just get 5k for having the best story. Ah, there we go. It's all arrived in the middle. That is a lot of confetti, man alive. They're like... Scrub's just a little bit excited. Just a little bit. I think we want to slow-mo this jump. Half speed is fine. Look at that vertical jump there from Scrub. At least a 5-inch vertical jump. Insane. Let's watch again. How does he do it? Gamer vertical jump. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fast aerial. Somebody hold him down. Or he puts a hole in the ceiling. Whoa. What a play. He should have held down the button longer. I know he let go. He just tapped it. Just tapped. Just tap jump. And Violent Panic comes out to do the awards. I was confused for a second. I was like, who's that? I thought it was somebody in a Vitality jersey because it's all the same colors. I was like, who's this? That's not Gregan. Did Gregan get fired? Have they replaced him with another coach? Oh no, wait, it's Panda with the awards ceremony. Skip Fairy has to whip his hair back. He's like, get that out of here. Thank you very much. Chelsea, you think he's the best player in the world? Don't count with you, obviously. Who do I think the best player in the world is? K-Dop, probably. Concrete Block 70, thanks for the 8-month tier 1. Is there even any question? Oh, of course, Card. Yeah, you're right, Card. He's the best player. Yeah, K-Dop has been in 5 RLCS Grand Finals in a row, and he's won 3 of them. That is incredible. Yeah, that's enough of that. RLCS Season 7 Grand Final. Okay, hold on. Aha! We found him. There we go. Didn't take that long. No way. Get out of the way, cameraman. What? I didn't see this because I was already streaming. There he is, Giblet in a PSG jersey. Oh, he's hiding behind Farah. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. He's like, I want to play. Get me to those PCs, Dad. Gibbs like, no. Get down here. Stop running away. All right, very good. Okay, thanks. Are you satisfied now, Lenny?